I feel like I switch cars every 3 days now. I'm in the parking lot at the grocery store, so I'm vlogging again. I'm being jumpy because I'm in the parking lot, and you guys know that even though I park in the middle of nowhere, I'll still get someone pull up right next to me and watch me talk like a crazy person. So today I'm in the company car, and it's super weird because the company car is the car that I used when I first got to the island, and I haven't used it in maybe a year and a half for sure. And like, you know when you get like smells and nostalgia? So today's a very nostalgic day because just the smell of the car brings me back to when I first arrived here. And I had to learn to drive on the left side and figure out the roundabouts, so the rotundas, because on my side of the island, there are no traffic lights. And I just remember, like, it brings back all the feels. And it's super weird because it's like I'm doing a reverse from when I first got here. So when I first got here, it was all about, like, grounding myself, adjusting to this life, and just a new journey. And it's like now that we're leaving, it's the reverse. So I can't use the Kia right now because we're very almost 100% sure that we sold it. We're just waiting on the transfer to complete, and then we literally will just give the car away. So that's why I'm in the company car. But it's just weird. It's just so weird. So this week is going to be a very interesting week. Next week, the movers come. So I have to start switching stuff out, just continue going through my items, figure out what I'm taking in suitcases and what I'm packing away. I decided to get you guys in the moment and how I'm feeling. So anyway, I will check in with you guys whenever I decide to turn on my phone and talk to it randomly like a crazy person. Bye. So let's talk accomplishments. 3 boxes packed. All of this for the movers. And I already switched out all of my stuff in the kitchen, in the cupboards at least. So all of that is the owner's, except for that mug. That's my husband's favorite mug, and he'll be here for a while, so he can bring that in the suitcase. All of that is not mine. And then I switched out. These plates are not mine. Plates are not mine. That thing up there is not mine. All of those glasses, not mine. That, oh, I need to find the other one of that. Then I just have my coffee chat mug. Really? All the way to the end? That's the coffee chat mug. So he'll come with me in my suitcase. And then I swapped out the wine glasses. Those are also the owners. So now I get a break. I just recorded an impromptu tutorial on how to bead on this guy that I'll put up at some point. And I'm watching Janet with Janet Jammer. If you guys don't follow Janet, you guys need to follow Janet because she is a glass of sunshine and good vibes, and I love her to pieces. So what a great way to take a little break. Talk to you guys later. So I'm still stitching. I'm actually beading. These two ladies are another bottle of sunshine on a happy day. I love them both very, very much. Hello, ladies. Hi. You guys are keeping me company during my little break too.
My family room that I've got.
Okay. You like how the background is much messier and how my hair is much messier and I look like a hot mess? This is what happens when you sleep on wet hair. It kind of does its own thing. And typically I would put a headband in it. But you guys are like my BFFs. So you guys have seen it in the good, the bad, and the ugly. Good morning, my coffee chat folk. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day filled with joy and positivity. I am trying to find the joy and positivity in everything because I'm overwhelmed. See, I'm gonna, excuse me while I fix myself in the selfie cam. There. It's either this or spend some time going and fixing my hair. Dad, I didn't brush my hair. What's new? I had literally just shown you in my vlog. So I've uploaded all of the video clips that I have so far. And I'm trying really hard to get you guys a coffee chat today because it's Wednesday and that's technically my coffee chat day. And trying to loop you guys in on my life. So we have a scheduled move on Tuesday. I have swapped out everything in the kitchen. All of that is stuff that the movers need to take. It's hard because I only have like so much that I can personally do before I have to wait for the movers to come. But we have a rumored lockdown. Today the Prime Minister is speaking. We have an official from the World Health Organization here who is going to, I guess, devise a plan because they are thinking of opening up the tourism sector on November 1st with restrictions. But we can't get our cases under control to the standards of, I guess, the Bahamas or the World Health Organization. We're averaging about 70 to 100 new cases a day. Our population's like 270,000. I think like that's for the whole Bahamas. But I think Nassau is 70% of that, whatever that may be. But let's just call it 240. And I think we're averaging about a death a day. So no good. I know that the hospitals are overwhelmed, but that's just, I feel like that's a normal thing now. So we have a rumored lockdown again. And that equals my husband running around with the chicken, well, running around like a chicken with his head cut off. He's basically trying to switch the move to Friday. What's today? Today's Wednesday. I already said that. So change the move to Friday and see what's gonna happen with this rumor. Technically speaking, the Prime Minister is speaking right this second as I am talking to you guys. I should watch, but no, I'll just wait until the highlights come in. I don't need this suspense and what is he saying and nah. We'll just roll with the punches because guess what? It's out of our control. You know what's in my control though? So I haven't had much brain space to sit down and like cross stitch, you know, any of my projects. And this is so impromptu because normally I don't talk stitching. But come on, please. The little snowman. I don't know if it's a snowman or a snow woman yet. I guess it could be both. You do you, snow person. I have to, so here's the picture. So there's a wreath and a hat. And I have to finish beating these little hearts here on the bottom. And then the snowman's complete. So it's so funny because this snowman, and I'll probably repeat all of this in floss tubes, so sorry, whenever I do a floss tube, maybe I won't. Maybe, I mean, not that I won't do a floss tube, but maybe I won't talk about it because it'll be so much time and I'll totally forget. So you'll get my little snippet of my current whip. Let me put this here. So I'm sure there are a lot of people like me out there where when you have to do something and it's pressure of time, you sometimes will do everything that you're not supposed to do. So, you know, like when you find a little abandoned ornament and you say, wow, I've never done a Mill Hill kit before, ever. You know when is the perfect time to do a Mill Hill kit? Let's start it right now when I should be moving everything. So what did I do? Oh, you know, I just basically finished an entire ornament. If my husband were to see that that's what I spent my time on the last 2 days, he would freaking kill me. I have to pretend like, oh man, swapping out all this stuff in the kitchen was just so tiring and it just took 8 hours. It probably took like 3 productive hours with lots of stitchy breaks and talking on the phone breaks. It got done. So goal for today is to figure out my suitcase situation because I need to figure out what the heck I'm gonna take and live off of while we're waiting for our stuff. I'm gonna be a nomad for the rest of the year. That's okay. I like the nomad life. Did I mention that I had just said in like the previous, yeah, that's where I was going with all of this. Train of thought. My coffee chat mug is in the cupboard. I saw this cup out and I used it for coffee and I totally left the coffee chat mug in the cupboard. You guys. So on my last coffee chat, I talked to you guys and said that I was anxious about recording a floss tube. And you know, that one floss tube had like a fluke in the algorithms and like went super, well, not viral, but it got significantly more views. I had like 0 comments. I didn't know like what had happened, how people are watching it, where they came from, nothing. So it kind of like freaked me out a little bit. I did not mean for that to turn into a shower of just love and compliments. Not that I didn't need it. I needed it, but I didn't mean for that to happen. I will muster up courage wherever I can find it and get through whatever task is at hand. I will do it. I was just kind of speaking my feelings and my train of thought. But like I said, I really appreciate all of the comments and all of the love and all of the like hyping. But I felt really bad because I felt like I was fishing for compliments and that was definitely not my intention at all. I am super happy. I am super grateful for the FlossTube community. I am super grateful that that video did so well. My next video, it's so funny. I don't understand the FlossTube algorithms. You know, one video, like that one, I don't remember what episode, I think it was like 18. Episode 18, for whatever reason, went crazy. Like I explained to you guys, crazy, crazy, crazy. And I didn't know who was watching. Like I have, you know, people will frequently comment, and I'll like say, oh yeah, you know, this person watches me or I'm familiar with this name or something. But when it's 4,000 views, that's like, what? Where? And there was like no comments. Anyway, I'm rambling. So this latest floss tube trended normal. It did below, I guess, not below, but like I've had better floss tube analytics and you guys are gonna laugh. I was happy about that. I was happy it trended normal. You know, this YouTube game can sometimes be a psychological mess. I try really hard not to let it get to that point because that's not the purpose of this at all. My purpose is definitely the community aspect and chatting with you guys. So my last floss tube was like significantly less views, but a significant increase in comments. I don't know what happened. But here you're getting the behind the scenes of at least one floss tuber and like what goes through their mind. I was very happy to see that the numbers averaged. They were average. I am great with average. I do enjoy a super stellar. Don't get me wrong. FlossTube 18 was super fun to watch the numbers rise, but you saw like the performance anxiety for the next one because you're like, I know that, or like, I don't know how it got this high. I don't know what I'm going to do to get this high again. Like you kind of compete with yourself. I don't like that. I like and love you guys. I just, you know, like I said, this little community is what I love. And my favorite part of my channel is actually the coffee chats, which, like I've mentioned, gets less than half of the views than a FlossTube will. But this is the real stuff. Well, not that FlossTube isn't real, but this is like, you know, this is a more intimate setting, and I love chatting with you guys. I love it. I love hanging out with you guys. And I have zero performance anxiety on these things, knowing that not many people watch it. It's so weird. What? So I guess all of that ramble is to say thank you so much for the hype team, and for the super loving comments and positivity. I guess I portrayed in that last coffee chat that I was a little bit more of an anxious mess than normal. I didn't mean for that to happen, but c'est la vie. It happened. And again, I appreciate you guys so much. Please never assume that I'm fishing for comments or compliments or anything, because I'm not that person. In fact, compliments and stuff kind of make me uncomfortable because I'm a weirdo, and that's just the way that it is. Okay, so let's have fun. Let's get interactive here. I need comments. See, now I'm gonna fish for comments, but I'm giving you guys things to write about if you are on a computer or on your phone or something and you have easy accessibility to write a comment. If you're on your TV, I understand. I'm the same way. I will lurk, I'll give a thumbs up and move on to my next, you know, YouTube video binging, which I'm binging the most random stuff right now. So I'm sure with you guys too, sometimes FlossTube, it's not repetitive, but you get saturated by projects and by the people, and it's saturating, and you want a break of content. That's where I'll go into like vlogging. So I think I mentioned that I had been following airline attendants, and now they went through the furlough, so I've been watching that. And then recently I got into, and this is Elizabeth's fault from Bentley Makes. She's vlogging and I'm loving it. But before the vlogging, she did like a test video game streaming, and I watched her like test the video game streaming. And so then I went down this really rabbit hole, like deep rabbit hole of video game streamers, but specifically girl video game streamers, and like gaming setups and how to build a computer and just the YouTubes. My best friend Brenda, who will binge watch she'll probably won't watch this for another month. I may be watching it with you, Brenda, on your couch in a little bit here, socially distanced with masks. But she went down a rabbit hole of multi-level marketing scams, she told me. So YouTube just keeps recommending, they're like, oh, you like watching about multi-level marketing scams? Great, here's like 10 videos of multi-level marketing scams. Well, same thing, right? I went down the video game streamers, like people who stream their video games and they like, you watch them. And then from there, I went through like video game setups and RGB lighting and, like I said, computer building. Just went down the rabbit hole. That was another thing. Oh, again, we veered off. Let's come back. Interactive. So I want you to drop down here. I have to take things that I know that I'm going to use in my personal luggage. Okay. So we have planned 4 suitcases, 3 large and 1 carry-on. 3 large. 3 large, 1 carry-on, so 4. And I filled up a carry-on with cross-stitching to the brim. And then I filled half of a large suitcase with cross-stitching. But I'm thinking that I need to be a little bit more picky because I still have projects that I need to take. Here's the thing. I know that I'm not going to use everything. I think that my whips are really important to go in my suitcases. So let me know. Whips should go personal suitcase, right? And out of print stuff should go in my personal suitcase, right? That's my thinking. There's my brain. But like I have in my large suitcase right now, I have 2 of the wooden frames, like my Omanic, the quantum frames. Those are big booty Judies. I think that maybe those should go in the move. But then I go, but 3 months without them? What if I need the scroll rods? And then I go, wait, when was the last time I used a scroll rod? Oh, it was 8 months ago? So the scroll rods should go in the move. But what if they get lost? You know how long it takes to get those scroll rods? It's like 3 months in production. That would be 6 months. See how my brain works? So I don't know. Scroll rods in the move? I don't know. And then dimensions kits. So I have like 8 dimensions kits here, like the large ones. I don't plan on starting any of those dimension kits. I don't think. I have to go through them. But I don't think I'm going to start any of them in the next 3 months. And I would think that the only ones that should go in my carry-on would be out of print because those are super expensive and hard to replace. But if they're ones that I can replace on Amazon, I mean, I would just file the insurance claim on the lost items and replace it through Amazon, right? What would you do? What would you do in my position? Put in there, what would you put in your carry-on luggage? And what would you send in the move for 3 months? So that being said, I'm going to get this mane under control. I'm going to put my contacts in. I'm going to gear up in some athletic, what is it? Athleisure wear. It's like athletic wear, but you're like leisuring, but I'm working because I'm moving. So athleisure. And I'm going to see if I record some more and piece it all together and put it in the next coffee chat, whenever that may be. Let me know if you enjoyed this format. If you guys have any special requests, I have not forgotten the special request stuff. I will get to all of that. It's just I have more life happening, and so when I have like a set topic, it can get pushed down for a week that I have no content. I can pull it from the hat and say, oh, that's perfect. But when life is happening, I don't need to pull from the hat. I just turn on the camera and blab. So anyway, again, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, wonderful week. I hope you find joy and positivity in anything and everything you do. Life is really terrible right now, but with just a dose of sunshine and bubblegum and unicorns, you can make it through. There's always something good you can find, even from the most terrible things. So, sending you big hugs, big love, and I'll talk to you guys next time.